talk to you about
pregnancy. Not only just about pregnancy, but being parents.
at a young age.
Yes.
Well, we not really young. We 21, but it's still considered young age. So, we've been parents since basically 20. But anyways, let's get it started.
Alright. So, we're going to start off on the day we found out. We were
nervous.
It was in April. Early April when we found out. Let me tell you, we were nervous. I was like, it was weird. I was like, damn, this is really happening.
Not for the simple fact because, we was a little nervous about becoming parents, but there were other reasons.
Yeah.
Like our parents.
Like, we were nervous, but we were nervous for everybody's reaction. That's what we were nervous about. So it's just like, how was your parents are going to react to mine, or like how you think our siblings going to react to it. Like, how do you think how everybody was going to perceive it. So that was a big factor in it.
First person I told was my grandmother. She was the first person. I went to her first because I felt as if I trusted her. And I don't think I would have been judged if I told her first.
She was like, I knew. I looked at her, I'm like, how'd you know? She was like, because. And she said it was all in the hips or something like that. And I was like, so confused. I was like, what do you mean? It was funny though. She laughed. When Jamal told her, she laughed. That was funny. I was like, why is she laughing? And then when she said that, I'm like, what in the world? She goes, I had 3 babies. I was like, what? Hey. She knew. So yeah, she was the first, and then after that we told
I
didn't tell anybody. You told.
I told. What did we tell after that? Oh, I told my sibling.
Everybody knew on your side, and when my side found out, they were mad. Like, they were just like, school and all this other stuff. I mean, it didn't stop me. I kept going, so I mean, I don't know. They took it a sort of way. The whole pregnancy was kind of just like not draining. I don't want to say that. People were ruining it, I guess, for us.
Yeah. But
it was hard to enjoy, actually.
It was.
It wasn't fun. Like, you know how people perceive it, like, oh my gosh, like, I can't wait to, like, decorate the room or, like, do the baby shower. It was just stressful. Like, everybody just made it stressful for no reason. Like, they turned it around to them. It wasn't about us being parents. It was mostly like, oh, do this. You need to do this. Like, I just feel like if we would have done it a different way, it would have been a little bit better.
Some of the questions we were asked about that was, did you have any regrets? That was one. The answer to that, I didn't have any regrets. It's just, when parents tell you to wait, get your stuff together.
Yeah.
It's not a joke.
Technically, wait. I mean, some people like to live their life, and some just feel like they're ready to settle down. I mean, technically, you can do both, but you can't obviously live your life like the way you want to, the way you picture it. I mean, celebrities could do it because, they got money. I mean, when you don't, it's all y'all spending time, technically. I wouldn't have it any other way, though.
So, I think you should, all the new coming parents or the kids that want to be parents that's around our age, if you have the mentality and you have
the support, the guidance,
that's support.
But still,
anyways,
sometimes people are just supportive without the guidance. It's true.
Well, let me finish. if you don't have the mentality, guidance, support,
a job,
a good job, and a plan. A plan is your number one thing. If you don't have a plan is made up of all these things we said you needed. All these you need. I mean, really, there are people who do it without support. In the beginning, we were doing it without support. Started getting helped out, but we have that mentality, we would like to do stuff on our own just so we don't get stuff thrown in our face a lot. But if you don't have those things, I suggest you rethink it. I mean, if you really, I want to shout out to all the young parents who's doing it.
Actually doing it.
Actually doing it. Not leaving your kids at home while you go out and party. No, like actually taking care of your kids and giving them what they need. Like, it's different if you go out here and there and spoil you, or you go take a weekend away just to get yourself back together, reassure yourself, find yourself again. There's a difference. If not, then that's not the proper way of taking care of kids. There's usually not a proper way of becoming a parent.
It doesn't come with a book.
You'll know if you're a proper parent or not, depending on how your child is and how she or he is.
Depends on how you raise them.
Yeesh, man. But if it all depends. So personally, I tell people from our experience, we did not have a lot of thought. Like we had no idea of, we didn't have that much experience of credit or
I mean, with what we had, we were able to get our first car, and we had to put $700 down. So the paychecks we got earned in 2 weeks time, back to back, we put it towards our car, and we only had 20 to our name right there. That's it. And it had to last us for gas and stuff. So it was just it sucked, but we did it, nobody co-signed. We did it ourselves. That's what we did, so, and anybody could sit there and be like, you ain't gonna be able to do this, you can't get a car, you're not gonna be able to get a house. No, shut them down. You can do it, okay? Because we did it, and look at us. We may not have freaking designer, who cares, but we got what we need, a vehicle to get us places.
Shout out to Nike.
We have our healthy, beautiful daughter now. The things that you need,
hard work does pay off. We went from an 06 Civic to a 2016 CRV. Honda.
So, if you have negative people, though, don't have them around. You shut that down real quick, take them out your life, because they ain't gonna do nothing but bring you down. And you're gonna be sitting there like, damn, I should have done this different. And you're gonna start regretting. Don't have that around you.
I'll tell you.
You'll notice that your friends start to distant too. You'll notice who your real friends are, and family members too.
When you become a parent, you'll lose friends, you'll lose family, but you'll find out who's real.
That's what I just said.
I'm rephrasing it. Anyways, another question we were asked was, do you enjoy parenthood? We enjoy it. I feel we could have a little more, freedom here and there, but we enjoy it. Watching a baby grow is the best feeling, opportunity, best gift.
a question I got personally is it hard adjusting back? And yes, it is. Very big adjustment. My body changed, so I felt uncomfortable. I mean, he loves me the way I am. I just don't feel like hold on. I don't feel like I'm the same person I was before, like when he met me. So that came into play. When after I had her, I think it was a month after, I ended up with postpartum, and I was in denial. He knew, but I didn't want to go get help. So, I think I was like that for the first 4 months or 6 months of her life, around there. So I was in a dark state. I didn't want to get help. I do recommend, if you're a mom, first time, second time,
get help.
Get help. Don't play around with it, because you're gonna put yourself in a state that just when you finally get out of it, you're gonna be like, oh, I should have done it before.
Not just that, but you're
you start to draw people away too, and that's not okay. If your partner is telling you to get help, do it, because I didn't do it. I was like,
you're gonna draw away your partner. Ladies, let me tell you something. I'm coming from a man's perspective. Postpartum is not just a self-mental disease. That's what I call it. It's a self-mental and a pass-on type of mental disease, because when she had postpartum, it was affecting me because she was not listening. Every day she was always saying she's not this or not that about herself. I was always telling her she is beautiful, she is this, she is not, she is that. But after a while, me telling her and her not listening and not taking my advice, it made me feel like, okay, you don't care about my opinion, like my opinion doesn't matter, and what is my point of being here? That is my, you get many. Some people is different. Some people troop it out, but depends on the person you are dealing with, and it depends on the person you are. So I suggest y'all get help, because sometimes suicidal thoughts come into effect. Sometimes harming one or another come into effect. Get help. That is not nothing to play with. I advise everybody to get help. So the mothers who are on their own, take care of their child, got through postpartum, God bless you. Well, even the mothers who are not on their own, God bless you too, but God bless y'all, because there's not that many people crack. Mothers who are taking care of their kids and they got through postpartum, God bless you. It is not nothing to play with. I tell you, everybody thought I was all good and everything when they see me in person, my friends and everything. But I was mentally messed up, just as bad as she was. And I wasn't the one who had the baby. It was her. It can play a role. It can play a major role depending on how you handle it and how you are as a person. And take this video into consideration. If there's any help or any help you need or any advice, come to us. Message us. We are here for that. And we went through a lot, so I don't want to hear nobody say, oh, you don't know what it feels like just because you're a man, or just because y'all got this and that. We've been through it all. So.
Hey, no, indoor voice. Okay. All right. I love you. Yeah. I mean, when he said, hey, I don't know. It's just we were parents. We were parents at 20. Hey. Indoor voice. We were parents at 20, so it was weird. You know, everybody was like, "You're not ready for that," you know, or, you know, you guys don't understand how it's gonna affect you guys. Yeah, we fight sometimes, because we feel like we don't have enough time for ourselves, and I agree. It's just I don't know how to explain it. What do you want me to say? Like, how do I explain it better?
We fight. Everybody fights.
It's not like we fist fight. Like,
I don't. Any man that hits a female is not a man. Any man that abandons his family is not a man. Any man that cannot provide for the reason, you know, maybe he or she is, well, any man that can't provide because of excuses. I'm not saying if there's not a medical reason, because if there's a medical reason, that's understandable. If there is, well, the wife works and the man stays home, understandable. But any man that cannot provide and makes up an excuse for everything is not a man. Letting that be known. Fights happen. It's normal. Throughout the pregnancy, we were arguing. I tried so much not to argue because of the fact that you can risk the baby. Stress can risk the baby and risk the mother. And I tried to avoid that. And it was hard. We had so much problems that just drifted us apart. I feel like the best throughout the pregnancy, the moment that I felt we both got together and we was really one. We were really one.
Hey.
We was really one was when she was first born. That was the first time. That was the best moment I had out of the whole pregnancy. Besides the baby shower and the gender reveal. Actually, the gender reveal video, I was sad because I didn't want. Not that I didn't want. It's just I kind of wanted a son first because I felt like, what if all the things that happened? First off,
come here.
Women are precious. Women are precious. Little girls, baby girls, all children are precious. But I feel like baby girls are precious. They deserve more attention and more watching over, and that's usually fathers, you know.
Basically, he wanted a son so he could protect his sisters.
If I wasn't able to.
So
I felt as if all the bad stuff that happened to me or happened to her, what if it happened to our child, our daughter?
I mean, this little girl, she already smacking people, so we're not really worried. I'm not worried about
that's what came to my mind. So
she's strong.
When we decide to upload y'all the video and y'all see my face, like, oh, he looks disgusted. I didn't look disgusted. I was just mad. Not because of the fact that I felt like I'm not going to be there. I felt like I wasn't going to be able to be there for her. That's why. But I didn't realize, you know, come to mind, she got a lot of uncles. She got aunts. She got godfathers.
No, the video he's talking about is on her Instagram at the _Viv_Fam on Instagram.
Exactly. I had to think about, she had a lot of godfathers, she had a lot of godmothers, she has
a whole squad.
She had a squad that could back her up.
Got
If
like
I am
13
unable
uncles.
to. If I am unable to, she got a whole squad to back her up. She got even cousins and all that. So I kind of flushed that out and I kind of understand. I wish I can go back and fix my face because I would. But we're here today. That obviously didn't affect the way we live now. Now we talked about some of the questions. Oh yeah, one more question. I'll do one more question for this part, then we'll move on to the next topic. One more question we were asked was, what would you do different before the baby was born? Before the baby was born, what we would do different I'll answer my part, then you can ask her. What I would personally do different on my end was I would prepare everything. I did prepare everything, but I would prepare even more. I would kind of understand her a little more. I would again change my face in a gender reveal. I would do a lot of things different. I would have a lot of things. If I knew what I knew now before she was born, I would have a lot of things set. But you don't know, you go through everything basically blinded for a reason, so you can learn and toughen up, get that steel skin you need to survive in the world today. But that I would basically change some of the jobs I worked and change some of the people I knew and been more strict right away with some people. Yeah. How about you?
I would have made sure I would have made sure that I wasn't, or would have taken myself out of predicaments that, I shouldn't have been put in the first place. I would have made sure, I was prepared, basically, really, because I did my research, I studied, but, I feel like I could have prepared myself more for the aftermath of birth and all that. I feel like I kind of had my ducks in a row for certain things, not all of them. I don't know how you feel. That's how I feel. I probably would have had a different job though, for sure. I was making at least 5 something a month or more. Not even a month. I mean bi-weekly, because
I was making about damn near the same thing.
No, maybe. I was making 100 bi-weekly. That was just 200.
I was making one job. I was making weekly pay. One I was working 3 jobs at one point. Or 3 jobs, alright, so I was working 2 over the table jobs and 2 under the table while in school. So I was doing a lot. I was doing cashier for Kohl's nursing home. I was helping out with people's taxes and stuff. I was helping out with scheduling. But I don't consider those jobs. I started an Eversource job for a little bit. And then, I'm trying to think what else. There was something else I couldn't recall because a lot happened during that time. But I was working about 3 jobs. 3 to 4. At one point it was 4, but I let one go. I just didn't have energy for it. And I think it was because they were each giving little hours. So I was combining one was giving 20 a week. One was giving 15 a week. One was giving as much as you can do. And then the other one was at your own time. Whenever you want. So, but I did it to get the money because not that many job openings was up at the time. And again, I didn't know what I knew now before. Otherwise, if I knew what I knew now before, we'd be in a way, way better place.
She giving her 2 cents.
What else are we talking
about? We will have another video. I will talk more about what I experienced during the pregnancy. This was basically the reactions, what we dealt with. But the next one definitely will be labor and delivery, and we're gonna start from the beginning and we're gonna go all the way to the end. So you have to stay tuned.
Well, actually, the next one is gonna be a gaming video.
Okay.
No, well, we'll see how it goes with the timing, and work on her on that.
So until then, make sure to like and subscribe, plus comment, and follow our Facebook and our Instagram at _Viv_Fam. Wait, yeah, I said that right. My bad. I'm sorry. At _Viv_Fam. Alrighty, so we are out, guys. Say bye. Say bye.
Next time.
Say bye. Can you say bye?
Till next time.
Bye, guys.
Bye.